Matty, career best figures. What a performance that was today.
Yeah, it's nice to always get a CB. It hurts the bank account a bit because we have to buy the boys the beers. But no, it's nice to do it and nice to be in a winning cause doing it. Get us off the mark. I think we've played some very good cricket this season so far in parts, but we just haven't been able to piece together the complete performance. And it's nice to do it, especially after the day we had yesterday. We had good discussions in the dressing room. We came out fighting for everything out there today.
Crucial wicket last night, wasn't it, when Ben Rain got Marnus Labuschagne? That just changed the nature of the game, and for the first time I think Durham felt they were in the match and had a chance.
Yeah, we always said, like we said, we're going out there, let's have a couple of quick wickets, and then it went a little bit dry after the first two, and then the second last ball of the day, getting Marnus, we just said we felt a massive momentum swing. A little bit, they'd be a bit worried, a bit concerned about that going into the end of the day. We took the positives going into our dressing room thinking, look, we've got a sniff here. If we nail it tomorrow, we get that first hour right, then we'll see what happens.
Now you've got 35 wickets this season, the highest by anybody in the country. 4 times now you've got at least 6 in an innings, and when other people have been struggling on fairly docile pitches, you sometimes look like you're playing in a different match. What's the key?
Obviously with these balls being a little bit softer, not lasting as long, the only thing that I've been doing is been charging in every single ball. I'm looking to hit that pitch hard, trying to extract whatever we can out of it. I mean, I spoke to you before about just trying to hit a good length for long periods of time, and I think as a seam bowling group today we hit that length really, really, really well.
Do you think you're quicker this year than you were last year?
I'm not necessarily quicker, I don't think. I think that the pace has been there a little bit, maybe a fraction, but the pace is there for a longer period of time. Each spell is at that pace, which is something that I've looked to do rather than having a little drop off. Worked big in the gym to do that, physically, each spell trying to be an impact bowler whilst also being able to drive the scoreboard. And I think we've had today, if we look at it, there's some unsung heroes, especially in that scoreboard. I think Ben Rain and Chris Rushworth into that wind bowled absolutely fantastic to keep the scoreboard dry, to allow me and Bryden to run in with the wind and take the wickets from that end.
Now you're off down to Lords next week, and there's talk that you could be at Lords the week after that as well, perhaps. Lots of national newspapers are starting to mention your name in terms of an England call-up.
Well, to be honest, it's nice to go to the home of cricket. I've only been there with the 100. It'll be nice to play a red ball game there, see what that's got to offer. I think it has a great atmosphere. It's meant to be a good pitch, so it'll hopefully be a good 4 days of cricket. And as for the news articles and the national papers and stuff, I tend not to try and read them too much. Just focus on taking wickets for Durham. And I mean, it'd be silly to look at them and get too far carried away with anything. Just go out there, try and win a game of cricket. If you look too far ahead, then you lose sight of what's actually in front of you. And we could have easily let that slip today.
Yeah, but it would be nice though, wouldn't it, if it was to happen next week?
Yeah, with everything, that would be the dream. Obviously, to play Test cricket is something that I aspire to do. Previously being just a white ball only bowler, and I aspire to be something different than that. I want to be an all format bowler, and I believe I've got a hell of a lot to offer in the red ball game. I'm just on the way up in the red ball game. I think try and continue this throughout the whole season, and hopefully we'll see what happens.
And if it does happen, what a coup for St Robert of Newminster School, you and Jordan Pickford.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jordan Pickford's a decent football goalkeeper, isn't he? So St Robert's producing some good sportsmen. They've got a good PE department there. But yeah, I mean, look, we have good talent in the North East. It's just a matter of seeing what happens. And with the North Eastern captain in the dressing room, who knows what can happen for Durham, and the future's bright for players coming through.
Just a couple more. Just where you were last year in red ball cricket, have you even surprised yourself by how well you've started this year?
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a surprise, but as the games have gone on, I've just tried to keep on doing that job for the team. Not kind of, you want to try and keep a plateau. You don't want to get too high, you also don't want to get too low. So just, I mean, for instance, second innings at Worcester, I couldn't go under 5 and over after taking 5 or 6 in the first innings. So look, there's highs and lows. It's just about trying to keep a plateau, not getting too far ahead of yourself. That's something that I'm trying to work on, and it's working so far.
But it seems as though even when there's times when you're bowling, it's like every ball is going to get you a wicket. I mean, you could have had Sam North East a good few times there, like beat the bat a good few times.
Yeah,
actually
I think part of it's a bit of atmosphere. I mean, you can bowl a good ball and he negates it very well. It's just about creating a little bit of aura, a little bit of atmosphere around that, and try and make it uncomfortable for them. And I think as a group we've worked on that, trying to make it uncomfortable for them. I know Notts done it to us. They created a hell of an atmosphere against us, and they blew us away. So we try to create that same aura around us when we're running in bowling, and we knew as soon as we got them halfway, we were like, we'd rather be in our camp than in their camp, and it's just not letting that foot off the throat. I mean, we let them slip in the first innings as a bowling unit. We got them 7 down for 160, 170, and look, we just determined, and we had a good chat as a bowling unit, a good chat as a team, that we're going to come back and we're not going to let that happen again. And as a bowling unit, when we're on top, we're just going to hammer it home. And we talk about ruthlessness and relentlessness, and today that was a relentless performance.
It's not bad to do it in front of the New England captain either.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's nice to have him in the dressing room, and it's also nice to have him at mid-off. He's become a serial mid-off fielder now, so it's nice to have him to chat, to talk about ideas, how to get batsmen out, and it's just nice knowing that you've got someone in your camp that's in there. And I mean, it's like I said before to Martin, the future is bright for Durham. If you're aspiring to be an England cricketer, you've got the right man in the dressing room.